I don't know how we even start a podcast after that, Hamish.
Oh, man.
Welcome to Backchat, powered by Paywise. If only you could hear what was just going on. Gee, we may never, I don't know, be able to podcast again. Welcome, boys. Will, Hammer.
Yeah, I hope the mic's
better
hope the mics weren't on.
Boys, it's good to have you here. What's been going on?
Sure, great to be here.
What are you dressed
I'm
as?
GWS is going to win the flag. Let's
Wow,
get
straight
it up. Powered by Paywise, who cares? All the rest of it, whatever.
Who cares?
Jack Buckley is in the leadership group and it's game over.
Correct.
It's game over. GWS is going to win. See you later. Who cares? I saw Matty Flynn out the other week on the weekend. He's at West Coast, was at GWS, and he comes up to me and says,
What GWS win the flag? He plays
he literally comes up to me and says, geez, are we booking tickets?
Wow.
Well, what are you talking about? GWS going to win the flag now that Jack Buckley's in there.
I saw it.
So not great for the ruckman of West Coast to be saying, but nonetheless, it's over. It's literally over. They've come to their senses and thought, why not give the best bloke ever a leadership position?
I'm surprised he wasn't in there to start with.
Surprised he's not the captain.
Hi, this is me, Will Schofield. Hello.
I'm surprised he's not the captain.
I mean, I've got my Giants hat on.
Yeah,
I've been wearing this for a long time.
I got my Giants scarf on.
I feel like you said Freo were going to win the flag.
Yeah, I did, but that was before Jack Buckley got announced. And you're allowed to change your mind.
Yeah,
You can.
you are.
Anyway, powered by Paywise. Thanks.
Mate, great to be here. I went out to the West Coast Intraclub.
How was it?
Yeah, good. A couple of players I thought played well.
We'll get into that.
Oh, yeah, we will.
We'll get into that.
Yeah, no, it was good. But yeah, it's great to be here. Exciting.
Can we let's I mean, we've sort of already kicked off some of the topics that we've got ahead for the show today on Backchat. Why don't we just get straight into it properly? Hammer, I'll give you a nice little introduction and you can go again. GWS superstar and inaugural Jack Buckley medal winner, Jack Buckley, has joined the Giants leadership group for the first time while Toby Green continues as skipper. Jaden, can you cue the music, please? Firstly, 3,
2, 1. Let's
There it
go.
is. Hammer, what does this mean for the Giants?
It's a big, big sound from the west of the town. It's the sound of the mighty Giants.
Oh, jeez, I fucking love this song.
It's over. It's genuinely
we're back, baby.
over. We are back. We are all aboard the Orange Tsunami. Jack Buckley, best defender in the league, most underrated defender in the league, gets a job every week.
Wow.
Sam Taylor, okay, mate, you're a star. We all get that.
He's a superstar.
He's a superstar. But how many times have you kept Charlie Curnow to no goals until the last 2 minutes, then thrown your mouthguard on the floor in the goal square in disgust? Never. I'll tell you that for free. Jack Buckley.
Wow.
He's the number one underrated defender in the competition, without question.
Yep.
The number one best bloke in the AFL. If you had to survey all 18 clubs and said who's the best guy in the comp, Jack Buckley's number one, without question. Oh, Bontempelli is such a nice guy. Okay, piss off. How about Jack Buckley? I'll raise you one. He is the guy, the greatest guy of all time, the best player I've ever seen. He's cut like a statue. His girlfriend's an Olympian. He couldn't go and see her because he was too dedicated to the club. He asked for it. He asked to go. He got no.
King said no.
King has snogged him back. But no man. Who's going to stand up to Kingers and ask that question?
No one.
No one.
No, Jack did.
Jack did. No one without sincere leadership and massive fucking cojones is going to go up to Kingers and ask that. It's over now.
I can take on those points and raise you a few.
Okay.
There is no current AFL player
Yep.
playing that has a medal named after them.
Yeah,
John
that's true.
Coleman's not out.
No.
Chaz Brownlow. He's done and dusted.
He's
I don't
fucking
see the Bontempelli.
Thanks, Chaz.
I don't see any Bontempellis.
Is there a Bontempelli medal? Don't think so.
I feel like someone in the comments might be going, "Oh, what about the Lee Matthews isn't playing anymore?"
Lee Matthews isn't playing anymore. You're dead right.
John Coleman
No.
not playing.
No. What about, is there any son of that's playing that's got a dad that has a
Kitty
medal?
Coleman. I don't know if there's any relation.
Doesn't count.
But there is
There's no
no.
Liberatore
Glenn
medal, is
Denning,
there?
Ross Glendenning.
No, and he's
Allen
not
still-
playing.
Yeah,
I don't think
the
he's
Glenn
playing.
Denning Allen medal, Oscar Allen.
Bo Allen.
Bo Allen
There's
medal.
so many Allens. There's a lot
Heaps
of
of
Allens.
Allens. But yeah, there isn't a medal. There's no player out there that's got a medal named after them that's still currently playing
Jack
AFL.
Buckley does.
Jack Buckley certainly
Buckley
does, and he's
definitely
won his
does.
own medal.
Yes, correct. So he's the inaugural holder of a medal, the Jack Buckley medal, which is the Backchat Backman of the Year, which is coming back for 2025.
Coming back for 2025, bigger and better than ever.
Oh,
Algorithm's not changed.
He would be the first to go 2 and 3 years.
Yeah, he would be. He's a favourite. He's a favourite going in. Harris Andrews stormed away last year and
Good player.
really won it. Great player. But yeah, he's on notice this year, Harris.
There's a
Jack's
fair
back.
bit going on at GWS. I think we're going to touch on, but Jack Buckley being the vice captain of that football side.
Is he vice captain or
I
is
don't-
he
I don't-
assistant to the
I'd
deputy?
assume
leadership
so.
group.
He's
Just leadership
assistant
group.
to the deputy vice
Won't be
captain.
long. Won't be long
Yeah.
before he's vice captain.
You have to be that first. You can't just jump straight into captaincy.
How
It's
old
just-
is
yeah.
Jack Buckley?
He's born on the 17th of December 1997, so that puts him at 27 years old
So he could be captain soon.
easily. Get him 29-year-old captain.
Great.
Perfect.
Premiership
Wow.
captain.
Can you?
Yep.
Hammer, have you spoken to him since?
Yep.
Okay. Could you possibly speak to him again about jumping on the podcast next Monday?
Yes.
I can.
Because next Monday,
Oh,
we'll
yeah,
talk
I
about
can.
this again a bit later. We will be previewing the 2025 AFL season live on YouTube for however long it takes to
Hours.
preview the entire season.
Genuinely
I
hours.
think we got
Starting
it.
at 12 o'clock Western Standard Time next Monday, the whatever it is of March, we will be live on YouTube going through every single team, every single player, every single
Probably
coach,
not every single player.
everything, every single
lot of
team.
players.
Every
We'll be doing half
SSB
an hour.
acquisition, every potential VFL. No.
Every 20 minutes, we'll be talking about Jack Buckley again, and we'd love to get him on the show.
Yeah, we'll
Hammer,
get him
if
on.
we can
We'll get him on.
for
So
that.
we will
Great.
go through.
We're going for 4 hours. We'll find a time for
Yeah,
it.
we're 12 till 4. And
That's
that's
gonna be
and that's
enormous,
right. You know, it's a public holiday over here
it's
in the
rough.
West.
Yes.
I don't have much on.
I don't think you do. You probably don't.
I'm not
but
working.
We've taken that over. So previewing every team.
Yep.
We're going to do predictions as well,
Yep.
and we're going to be trying to speak to people from teams. So
Yeah.
look, I didn't have on the bulletin board that we'd be getting players from actual sides, but I'd love to speak to Jack.
Why would you not?
No, you would. We
We're
will.
going to speak to Jack.
Great, exciting.
We're
Fantastic.
going to really get onto him.
Let's-
So make sure you tune in midday live
midday
on YouTube.
live.
We'll
Which
post
is-
a lot
yeah.
about it in the lead up, but if you're hearing this now, just mark it in your calendars, 12 o'clock next
We've
Monday.
put a lot of work into it. A lot
Heaps.
of work
So
Yeah.
much work.
Oh,
It's honestly, this has been
in the making.
in the making.
Well, you could say since inception of Backchat.
This has been in the
Yeah.
making. Yep.
Sure. Let's go to the West.
Since this
Released
morning.
Since today. The Fremantle Dockers and West Coast Eagles both had intra-club hitouts over the weekend,
Yeah,
with
they did.
both sides getting wins. Fantastic.
That's always good.
Which is great in an intra-club. Murphy Reid was a huge standout for the Dockers, apparently. I didn't watch it, as was Ruben Jinby from the West Coast Eagles. Will Schofield, you were there. Firstly, how was the West Coast one? Secondly, what can teams actually take away from these intra-club games?
I certainly wasn't at Fremantle, so you won't be getting a great deal of insight other than Irish Murphy is just absolutely dominated and
Yep.
Josh Tracy's kicked 5.
Yep.
But West Coast, I was there at a past player function. I got to go upstairs in the business lounge. Never been up there. It was nice, actually. Thanks, Don.
How do you get received there? you get-
By who? By other past players?
By everyone.
Why?
The club in general.
Well,
Because you hate West Coast with a passion.
I don't hate
do.
West Coast.
You do.
I hate how they're playing.
We asked you in a special environment, which will come out
We'll get
soon.
that later.
Sorry, what?
We asked you on
On Friday.
yeah,
Remember
on
we asked you
Friday.
about hating West Coast?
and you said yes.
What happened Friday?
We'll have to...
You can't remember?
I actually
Are you
can't.
being coy or do
Are you
not
lying
remember?
or not?
We went to
'Cause I'll
the,
be able to
we went
tell
to the
if you are.
Fremantle Dockers. We went to the
We
Fremantle
had
Dockers
did a
HQ.
lie detector.
Oh, shit. I actually forgot about that. I told you I forgot about this thing.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So you got
I don't hate
received,
West
you were
Coast.
received well? Good.
Yeah, I was received magnificently. They had the banner out. I had my kids there. They're not going to abuse me in front of my kids, are they?
That's true.
So went and watched. Look, I think overall positive. To start on a negative, but I'll finish on
Sure.
positive. The Waffle Reserves team that they played in the first quarter was in front 6-5 against the first 18.
Ooh, great.
It was
That to be fair,
that's not
that
happens a little bit.
That
doesn't
does
it?
happen a bit where you're playing an AFL A's versus B's in a side, and the B's just fucking shit on them.
They then went on to kick
Yeah,
8 goals to none in the second.
Yeah, it gets done.
But
it turns out pretty. Good.
other teams started well. Guys like, I thought Jack Petruccelli played well. He's on everyone's mind and lips at the moment, for sure.
See it coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
Chompers Petrocelli played well. There was a few other standouts, Ruben Jimby being one of those. He's off. He's been let off, by the way. Or
Yeah, he's fine.
actually not let off.
No, he's just
Nothing to see here.
Yeah, nothing to see here.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially not pissing on fences.
Yeah,
nothing.
no.
But so he's been off on rah.
He took a few bounces, I saw.
They went
running
fast.
bounces off half back.
They were going really fast. And the difference between what I saw last year and this year is they actually look like they know how to do it this year. No, I'm serious. And it doesn't sound funny, but they still, had some turnovers. Their fundamentals were poor at stages. However, they just looked like they had a little bit more method to the madness. So encouraging signs 2 in a row. We'll learn more this weekend when they play the Kangaroos.
Bonus.
It's a big match for you.
Massive match for
It's
me.
a
I'll be down there. Anyone?
You won't be down there.
I will be.
He's on the boundary.
I'm on the
He's
boundary.
riding the boundary.
I'm riding the boundary.
He's riding bonus down the boundary.
I'll be real hard on the boundary. Question: did all the big names play? Harley, McGovern.
Yes.
Yo probably wouldn't have. Would he?
No, he spoke to Yowie though.
Kelly? Did TK play?
Kelly played.
Liam Ryan, fly and play.
Who was the one? Flying dominated. Flying was best on ground.
Nice.
Liam Ryan.
Love to hear that.
Because preseason reports, all we've seen is him looking at $1 million head to head with some fella down at Freo on a Wednesday night.
Fight Club.
He looked fit. He looked fit then.
Was he
on
running
the
around
football field?
Because I'm thinking about getting him in my fantasy.
No,
team.
he would have had close to 10 marks inside 50.
That's
He would have had 6 or 7 shots on goal and giving some off.
Yeah, who's defending him?
Some poor bastard running around.
Yeah.
All the big dogs are playing. Oscar Allen, very good. Jake Waterman, very good. I reckon their connection just needs to just
work on it a little bit. That's okay.
How'd Harley Reid look?
He was fending off.
He fended someone into next year. He put some. I was mid
I've seen
conversation
the
with
clip.
Don, and I scoffed my meat pie up that I was putting. Wow.
Gagging on it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Harley was fending.
He's just strong, isn't he? He's
I
just a strong.
saw
big,
him and
strong
Elijah
boy.
Hewitt go at each other. One Harley pushed him over, then Elijah ran after him and then pushed him
Is
over.
that right?
Yeah, there was a bit.
Do
of
you like
back
that?
up. Yeah, of course.
I reckon Elijah's going to be a gun, man.
Yeah, he's gonna be huge.
Proper gun. Top 5 in their BNF for me.
And then the Freo game. Did you see that?
I didn't, but I watched little bits of the highlights.
Josh
And
Tracy.
The Kahuna's a star. He kicked 5.
He cooked 70. He cooked
So
70.
people wearing hats.
Jai Amos and him.
Yeah, some hats out there.
How
Don't
many
know.
goals do Jai Amos and Josh Tracy kick between them this year?
90.
I think they kick over 100.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Jai Amos looks like he's eaten a pair of dumbbells over the off season.
Yes.
And has come back
He's
looking.
having a big year.
He is jacked,
having a
like
big year.
proper Dorito man. But no, Murphy Reid, Bruce was playing apparently very, very well. I saw a couple of clips of Bolton.
Who the hell is Bruce?
Murphy Reid,
Bruce Reid.
Bruce Reid, ex-fast bowler for Australia.
Okay, right.
Anyway, he was very good. Andrew and Bolton looked like they were waxing on and waxing off in the middle a little bit, which was nice.
Shay.
I think Caleb kicked a goal from 50 from a Bruce centre clearance, which looked fucking pretty cool. But they look good.
So Murphy Reid's what, an inside mid?
Murphy Reid's an inside mid, but the issue is going to be, how's he going to get a game?
So I got a question for you, Hammer, from YouTube, from J-Dub Productions. Has Murphy Reid rocketed ahead of Raz and Matt Johnson, or will Longmuir just play Johnson ahead of him anyway?
I think he's gone ahead of Erasmus, which is hard to say because Erasmus is a fucking star and won a Simpson medal, and if he doesn't get a game this year, he should be seriously considering a move across the road to stay in Perth. And
They've
go
got
to West
serious
Coast.
depth now.
They've got great depth,
which is big.
Yeah, Will Brodie played really well, and he's another one that's like, fuck, this guy, he's a good inside mid and just isn't getting a look. So look,
It's
I don't
not
know.
ideal for the waffle.
No, it's not. It's not because they just fucking,
your whole midfield.
yeah, their whole midfield rolled out against us in the grand final last year, and it was Reedy who looks. He looks like a big, tall oak tree who's just carved out of stone.
Stiff as a board.
Yep, he is. So it's him. It was Will Brodie. It was Erasmus. It was Cooper Simpson, and they just fucking ripped us in half in there. So that was pretty tough.
Great.
But they I think they're going to be good. I think they're going to be really good.
Got a comment here from YouTube, Kai Orton 106. Saw Scully at the fan day on Saturday. Was disappointed when I didn't get one of his jumpers though from the sale they had on.
But they were selling my jumpers?
I don't know, were they?
No, they would have been selling Luca Grego jumpers.
Yeah, correct.
Who, by the way, followed me on Instagram the other day. Best day of my whole life.
Well done, Luca.
Luca.
So I was up the top. It was sort of up on level 3, and a few boys start looking up there. And Liam Ryan looks up and he sees Nash. I was holding Nash over there. He's like, Nashy! And Luca Grego was one out in the cage on Liam Ryan. So that was one person playing on Liam Ryan, or there Luca was.
Yeah. And
Liam's talking to me. He's like, "What's going on?" And Liam wore 31 in the Indigenous game.
Yes.
And I was like, "Oh, did you wear that number for me?" And he's like, "Yeah, Russ, yeah, Russ." And then I looked, and Luca Grego was just like, "Yes." And I was like, "Yes, 31."
Right.
He's good. I like him.
him a lot. Yep. I like him a lot.
Another comment here, Dirk Nowitzkip on YouTube. Hammer said cojones wrong. The Nez is more of a Nez, not knees, as Hammer wrongly said. So
cojones.
sorry about that.
You have to roll the...
Cojones.
James G said, "Hey Dan, Jake
Cojones.
Waterman here. Any chance of Dean Cox coaching the West Coast Eagles this year? Is there a chance?"
I actually have heard that floating around the grapevine that he's a chance.
That's a good
The season hasn't started, and I think he's a sniff.
They make the trade.
Tom Morris report.
Tom Morris, Tom Brown, 7. I
Tom Brown.
saw that Twitter page still getting a
It's
run,
not-
and people still retweeting him.
He hasn't worked in media for 2 years,
I
Tom
know.
Brown.
People keep getting done by him. All right.
Bad thing.
Let's go on. It was poised to be the biggest deal in AFL history, with St Kilda throwing $17 million in Finn Callahan's direction, only for him to say thanks but no thanks and sign a deal with the Giants. Jaden, again, cue the music.
Finn Callahan signed a 4-year deal.
He probably should have taken the money. 17 million is a stupid amount of money
What's
for a
happening at
guy
St
that's
Kilda?
just a pretty good player.
What is happening at St Kilda, Hammer?
Oh my
Tell us,
God.
please. Explain it.
So Finn Callahan is a good player.
Good player.
No doubt about it. You go, there's A-plus players in the competition. There's probably, let's call it 10 of them max. There's probably
Your Dacos.
your Dacoses, your
Bont,
Bontempellis,
Cripps. Like there's two-time Brown,
Gorn,
Neil.
Luca
Neil,
Grego.
there's Grego, Toby Pink. There's a few of them. There's probably another 20 A graders, I would say.
Yeah.
And then there's probably another 20 A minus.
We're talking like, we're talking Heaney.
Heaney.
Well, he's probably up in the top.
Goulden,
realms. Yeah.
Andrew,
Yeah.
Caleb. Like there's
And
a
then
couple
the
of guys.
backmen, like Harris Andrews.
Yeah, Harris Andrews,
Sam
Jacob
Collins.
Wiedering, Sam
McGovern.
Collins,
Jack Buckley.
McGovern. So there's a few. And then I would say there's about 50 of them. I would probably put Finn Callahan in the B bracket as
B
like
plus,
B
B
plus,
plus.
as like pushing into
He's
an
going to
A.
be an A grader.
He's going to be an A grader, but he's not there yet. 17 million is just a ludicrous sum of money to offer someone who is not in the best 10 players in the competition.
It's a pretty ludicrous amount to turn down too.
It is. I would
Not
just
only offer, but to turn it
I'd
down.
be baffled to see what the Giants offered him, because I just if it's reported that that's correct, it is. I just can't believe it.
So
I can't believe it.
I looked at it more so. I don't know if it makes St Kilda look very good.
No.
Like if they're
No,
like
no.
what are they offering Harley Reid? What are they offering Bontempelli? I don't know.
It'd be like going to Coles and saying, I need to brush my teeth. I usually prefer Colgate, but they've only got McLean's at the moment, so I'm going to I'm going to buy the McLean's for $40,000 instead of your typical $2.50. Overpaying for something just because you need something. Just relax. Take your time. They'll restock their shelves.
I feel like St Kilda War Room at the moment is running like a commercial radio station, like game show. Like, we got $17 million.
Cash
to give
cow
away.
I wake up with today.
Yeah, it's like, what are we going to give the next player? $24 million. Tell the music to stop.
The Price is Right Wheel of Fortune spin there. I'd like to solve the puzzle. Finn Callahan.
And the host like, nah, that's not right.
That's not it.
incorrect.
Sorry, mate. Wrong.
Bro, next. All right, come back tomorrow for the next big deal. We're going to get $28 million to the next player. I hope, given that you're
Not
in
taking the
Giants
piss out of
gear
Finn at all.
and my hat, this has nothing to do with Finn.
No.
And I love
I think he's an excellent
that he
player.
is signed on for 4 years.
I really like that.
That tells me he's winning a flag.
Yeah.
to be
Well,
honest.
he would have thought Jack Buckley's the leader. He's in the leadership group. He's not our actual captain, but he's our captain.
St Kilda,
just
I don't
in,
know. I don't know who they're going to be able to get to their football club.
No, neither do I.
Didn't they offer Josh Battle a ludicrous amount as well
To
to stay, and he was like, "No, I'm going. Going to
Yes.
Hawthorn."
One of the DeConings they were hunting, sniffing around for, didn't want a bar of it.
If they've offered Finn Callahan $17 million over 10 years, imagine what they're going to throw at Harley in the next couple of months.
Thanks for 25 mil over 4 years.
It'll be. I honestly think it'll be like 23 million over 10.
Yeah, over $2 million a year.
How could you
Easily.
not take that?
You'd have to. Well, West Coast would have to.
West Coast will
Match
have
it.
something there. But the reason is, that's like saying, well, how could Finn Callahan not take it? Because he doesn't think they're going to win. That's I assume why. And he's getting paid reasonable money at GWS, clearly.
Yeah. It's just,
If you're at if
Didn't
you're
he only signed for 4 years at GWS.
Smart.
yeah.
Yeah. Why would you sign for?
Because
yeah.
at
the
the end of
cap's
4
gonna go up
years,
again.
He goes
St
again.
Kilda's probably going to offer him 25 million bucks.
If you're playing for St Kilda right now and you're hearing these reports, are you going to management going, hey boys,
Hey,
I
boys.
heard
They
you,
know they're paying
heard you
no
throwing
one, though.
around money?
Yeah, but who are they throwing them around to?
Well,
You
that's
got-
the thing. Like,
all
can
their
I
good
get a little
players-
top up?
Jack
their
Steele,
good players
gun
would be
like
like,
him.
hey, what about a bit more?
Nazaya Wanganeen-Malira, gun like him.
Brian Marshall, gun like him.
Jack
Max King-
Sinclair.
Max King, gun
Max
like
King,
him.
always injured.
Yeah, but still gun like him.
Dougal Howard.
Yeah, we love Dougal.
Yeah,
we do love
I
Dougal.
don't know if Dougal's on the big bucks, though.
Mitch Owens, like he's a good young
Yeah.
player. But he's not a star. Brad Hill,
I don't know if they're
somehow hanging
paying-
on to $1 million a year.
Yeah, but he's a good man, Brad Hill.
I
lovely
read
man.
online,
Great chat. Go
online
and listen to
somewhere
that.
that they were going to throw money at Ben King just to pair the Kings up.
I think they did ages ago, and as soon as the talk came out, Ben signed for 4 years at Gold Coast.
Do you know that there's a third brother? Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne King.
That was probably
Okay,
my best,
here we go.
best
Yeah,
ever.
that's good. That's good.
All right, let's move on. Ahead of the 2025 AFL season, it's time to celebrate the best position in football and officially list, here we go, the top 5 backlines in the AFL for 2025. Will, I'm going to hand this straight to you to take it away.
A list that no one's been asking for, but something I've been holding dear to my heart
Yep.
for the majority of the off season.
I feel like everyone's been asking for it.
Look, we've seen a lot of lists go out, but I haven't seen this
I saw
list.
a hot list rankings list going around on SEO.
A hot sauce.
It was yes.
Oh, hot as in good looking. I
It
think
was just
Callahan's
like-
good
it was
looking.
like
Jack Buckley's good looking.
10 players rated with a hot sauce rating.
Oh, like hot.
Scoville. It was so. Anyways, this is
We
this
should
is
do
better.
good looking, like Bailey Smith would be up there.
Bailey Smith would be the best looking player in the comp.
Yeah, number one.
He's
Is it-
yeah. Jager O'Meara up there. Hot.
Yeah,
Hot.
intimidatingly hot.
Hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about when they get a bit older? You know, I think you get the maturity, like, you know, it's like wise old man.
Yeah, like who
I
sort
don't
of
know.
falls into that?
Uh,
Callan Ward.
Yeah.
Like he's an attractive silver fox sort of operator.
Jai Simpkin.
He's only like 27, but like still. Yeah.
All right,
still
so the AFL
Toby Pink.
backline, AFL
Luca Grego.
backline-
Yeah, Luca Gregor.
AFL backlines that I think coming into this year 5 through to 1.
Yep.
So at number 5, this was the hardest position. I had a few teams that were coming in and out of here, but at number 5, I have grand finalists of last year. They haven't done it in the big dance over the last few years, but Sydney is my number 5 backline in the competition, purely
Okay.
because one made a grand final.
Yep,
Last
true.
year, so
Off the back of the-
backs win premierships.
They do. They look well, so they've got a shit. They lost. So, they got smoked.
Backs
too.
win premierships. I'm just saying
They
they gave
get
themselves
there.
the opportunity
Yeah,
to win a
you get
premiership,
there, yeah,
a bigger
yeah,
one
yeah,
than
yeah.
a shit back line like. And no offense, but West Coast like high
Yeah.
scored against last
Yeah,
year.
that's true. That's true.
Right. So and North Melbourne, you know, they didn't have Pink Eye in there enough.
Yeah,
So
that's
what
true.
that's Sydney. The names I like watching this back line play. Tom McCartan, you know,
He's a
key back.
he's a good defender.
Important.
I really like him a lot.
I think probably another key back is where they're lacking. They'll
Yep,
be higher up if
correct.
they had it. But the Lizard plays, he's 196 centimetres, plays like he's
Yeah,
about 140
yep.
centimetres tall. He's lipping around.
He's fucking electric.
So the Lizard is he can play tall and lock someone down, but he can also run an absolute
Yep.
marathon.
tear him through the middle of the ground.
Dane Rampy.
has just been the journeyman of the. But like,
So
one of the
Dane
great
Rampy
journeymen.
and the Pelican, right? Pelican got them over the line, to be honest.
I do love the Pelican.
So Dane Rampy and the Pelican in terms of lockdown,
Yep.
and especially the Pelican, Lewis Melican,
Yep.
he does not give a absolute F, you know what, about the ball. He is just like, this ball ain't coming near my opponent. You need one of those in your back line.
I agree.
And
Every good backline has one.
They have potentially the best. Lloyd, I like what he does back there. And I just like to throw a little Furphy into there. Callum Mills, coming back off a season
Yeah.
missed, he cut his teeth as a backman.
Yep.
I think the midfield was almost gone past him, which is outrageous with what Heaney and Goulds are doing in there, as well as
Yep.
Warner
And I'll tell you,
and
another-
Rowbottom. So I
Yeah.
don't know how he gets a game in the midfield.
James Jordan goes off a halfback sometimes and like does a bit of tagging on their best forward. So I like it. I like that a lot.
Number 5, Sydney. Number 4, I would have liked to have these guys higher. Can you take me higher?
To a
Place where blind men see. It's Fremantle Dockers
Wow, at 4.
at 4. But you're going to like my top 3.
Okay, well, I better like your top 3 because I like Fremantle's a lot.
Yeah, I like them a lot. I had them at number 1 last year. Number
Yeah.
4, best backlines coming into 2025. Alex Pearce, enough said, captain of the football team.
Gun.
The hair does enough talking. Brendan Cox.
Underrated,
Yeah, I
very,
think he
very
probably
good
had-
player.
He was injured last
yeah,
year.
did a hamstring hurt.
No hamstring tendon really hurt him for first part of the year. But I think he
and
has
then
a
when he
big-
got back, he was sort of, you could tell he was not running well.
it was effectively inebriated,
correct.
not by alcohol, but it was by the loss of fitness and no hamstring tendon. That's an inebriation.
Is it? Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah,
You're right.
inebriated by no hamstring tendon.
There you go.
I think he has a big year this year. Luke Ryan, All Australian,
Yep.
absolute star, but he'll get the opportunity to not have to play so tall. So we'll see more intercept Luke Ryan, more cheap pill Luke Ryan in the back line.
Yep.
I think they'll look to go forward a bit more than they did last year, though.
Yep.
So you may not see as many touches. And then you've kind of got the brigade of runners and, ball users that I really like and rate highly. Brandon Walker,
Yep,
Heath
good
Chapman,
player,
Jordan
good
Clark.
player. Yep, really good player.
So that back 6 right there, that's very good.
I also like a little one to throw your way, Josh Draper, who doesn't get a regular game, but like he's an up and coming tall who is just a dog.
Yeah, that's
And just does Hugh Davies, the redhead, like little
Hugh Davies.
wispy ranger who just goes after it and
Spoils
just
the shit out
scraps.
of it.
Yeah, spoils the shit out of it. So he played that Sydney debut game when they won by 3 points over there. Everyone was raving about how fucking good he was. He walked off the ground with about 2 touches.
I don't think he had a touch. I
And
don't think
he might have had 2 touches, and everyone was like, "Geez, this kid's played
Spoil
what
the
a
shit out of
game!
it.
Spoiled the shit out of it."
Uh,
There's a couple extra.
Sorry, we'll end up here all night. So
They're
number
4.
3, disappointingly, I suppose,
Yep.
the GWS Giants. Wow. Yeah, and we don't. I'll just give you a couple of names off the top. Sam Taylor, Jack Buckley.
Okay,
We've spoken about Jack Buckley at length.
sure have. Sam Taylor
Sam Taylor. He plays like he's got 2 nuts.
Yeah.
And needs one.
he only needs one.
All right.
We have.
We never actually confirmed if that's the case.
No,
However,
he does have. I think he's still got 2.
right.
He might have a silicon one in there. Make it 3.
He dominates, mate.
The Cyclops.
He is just an animal, and that defensive pairing is the best in the competition. Key defensive
Yes,
pairing,
no
right?
question about it.
So top 3, I mean, it's very good. So some of these numbers, they average over 5 intercept marks a game between those 2,
Shut up.
and over 6 spoils each per game.
That's silly.
Thank you very much. But is the running side of things that actually gets them into top 3? Lockie Whitfield continues to be an amazing player. He
He was number one draft pick.
Mate, it's not surprising. He's
Number one draft pick, and he's a gun.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
He's a
It
star.
surprises me more if he was a pick 70.
Yeah, he's a star.
Lockie Ash, Connor Iden,
Connor Iden is a fucking jet.
and Harry Himmelberg just doing his thing. He's bleaching his hair blonde. I've seen him with cornrows at stages, I think.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
then Legalier.
Yes, correct.
Legalier floats through there and spoils the ball the biggest. It's straight down the opposition, but spoil the shit out of it.
GWS 3.
3. Yep, I like it a lot. I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
So far, I can't knock this list.
Number 2 is the Hawthorn Football Club. Yeah. And it's because of the additions of Tom Barris and Josh
I
Battle.
thought they were going to go 1. to
The
be quite honest.
3-way operation.
Who the fuck have you got in 1? Oh, yeah.
The
I probably know.
3-way,
I think I probably know
the 3-way Bermuda triangle
Yep.
of Barris, Battle, and Sicily.
You're getting lost in there. Ships
Is
are going down.
hot
Boats are
as.
getting taken by octopus.
Mate,
that what happened? Kraken.
no,
The
we're
Kraken.
talking balls of planes,
The
mate.
Kraken.
No, the balls of the planes. Planes would fly into the Bermuda Triangle, and you'd never see
Get
them
lost.
again.
MH370.
So
You're going into that Bermuda
mate,
Triangle and
so think about
don't go into that Ford 50. Otherwise you're in
forward 50 entries from anyone, any direction.
balls
It's
getting
just
lost.
gone.
Yep.
You'll never see it again.
The yellow
as a
Sharon
4-9.
gets kicked in and that red burley comes out. No idea where it's happening. Where's this thing come from? A lyrebird
Gets kicked in there like James Sicili's running around. It's underneath his top. He's just running out.
all of a sudden the Wizards kicking a set shot. They're like, where the fuck's this happened?
Correct.
Magic.
Correct.
Yeah,
So
they have some
I
real-
could have quite easily had him at 3. At 1.
At 1.
I think what actually signifies the greatness of this backline, Sam Frost is a depth player, mate.
Frosty's a depth player.
Mate.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But you know, we sung the praises of the lizard before. Not real. A Temu lizard's probably not the right way to put it, but
No,
he's
it's
more
not.
of a gecko. Josh Weddle.
Josh Weddle.
He's more of a gecko. If there's the lizard, he's the Geico gecko. He's selling you tyres.
I'll give you Weddle and I'll raise you Impey and Amon when they're floating around back there. So
remember that time Amon had 8 touches in the first 2 minutes of a game?
Mate, yeah. So Impey's underrated.
Yeah, he had such a good year last year. He's an exceptional player.
And then Jack Scrimshaw, if you remember, was the man that absolutely wore and ate Sam Mitchell's wrath in the middle of the MCG last year.
Yep.
There's this big blow up about how dare Sam Mitchell talk to players like this. Jack Scrimshaw went on and had the best year of AFL he's ever had.
Ever.
Yep. So that's 2. Very easy could have been 1. I just need to see the pairing of Barris, Battle, and Sicily all together because Sicily could play forward as well.
Yep.
But that is just unbelievable. And at number 1, the best backline in the competition, coming in at 2025's number 1, Backs win premierships.
Yep, they do, and they've just won it.
Right.
Checks
so Brisbane, and we don't know if they're going to be in 2025, but they walk in as the number 1 backline because they won the premiership.
You have to. If your motto's anything to go by, they're number 1.
Correct. So
Hawthorn should be.
Yes.
But they're not.
Yes, they could be.
They could be.
When they win the flag. When they went play Giants in the grand final and Fremantle is somehow there too, and one of them wins or loses.
And Harris Andrews wins the North Smith.
Correct. So second least points against last year.
Yep.
Little poll, quick trivia for you. Who was the least points scored last year? And I'll give you a hint. It's none of those 5.
I'd probably say a team like Essendon who would just shit and make the game.
No, they made the finals.
Port Adelaide.
No. I reckon
Who else made the finals?
Geelong?
Yeah.
Geelong?
No.
Collingwood? No, they
didn't.
didn't.
That's what I mean. You're never actually going to get this. You're going to forget they were even in finals.
Bulldog?
Yeah.
The Bulldogs.
The Western Bulldogs had the least points scored in the home and away season last year.
They just played boring shit football. But they actually did have Roy Lobb and Liam Jones. Who
the
were
Lobster turned into the greatest backman of all time.
Into one of the all-timers.
It was snipping away back there with his claws, just absolutely eating everything.
But yeah, Brisbane are very, very good.
Harris Andrews, Jack Payne, underrated operator.
Shadow Brain is
mate.
a release.
Shadow Brain's coming in, mate. I reckon Shadow's going to start stepping out of the shadows this year.
Of his 12 siblings.
You're forgetting about the best lockdown player in the game, Brandon Starcevic.
I'm not forgetting.
Okay.
Second best,
Let
Brady
me
Hoff.
remind you. Brady Hoff, yeah, true. That's a good point. So they've got lockdown, and then they've got just a little quick one, ACL recovery. Kitty Coleman's back on the side. Dane Zorko continues to play well.
Somehow.
I think
He's
he was
like
All-Australian last year.
He's like 80.
Yeah. So there you go, Brisbane. Number 1
that
backline
checks
in comp.
out, and I think that'll get knocked off by the... And also, Harris Andrews is your reigning Jack Buckley medalist, so that checks
I was leaving that till the end.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
I've forgotten to say it again.
Sorry.
Jack Buckley medalist of 2025, Harris Andrews, automatically
2024.
qualifies you
2024.
as the best backline of 2025.
Yep, that checks.
Very good. I'm going to go through some YouTube comments because they're coming
Yeah,
in
yeah,
thick
yeah,
and
coming in
fast.
thick and
Fozjam
fast.
says, nothing will beat Valentine's Day when Carol's... what was his name again, Hammer? Kirill?
Yeah.
Kirill's perfect night was watching sport while his missus took a borry and slept on the couch. Then the dude who emailed in to say he'll still do tea time. Do you remember that?
What are we talking
about?
about?
Hammer's Happy Hour. We had a Valentine's Day special, and I had a guy. I was like, "Well, fuck." I had a random guy message me like, "Hey, mate, if you want to talk to random people, I'll have a chat." So we FaceTimed him. We messaged, and it was just the phone line was a bit scratchy. And I said, "Mate, what's your
What's his status?"
His wife was 7 months pregnant. They've got a kid at home. His parents are currently staying at their house because they've got renovations. So not the ideal time for doing it on Valentine's Day. And I said to him, "Mate, in your ideal world, what's your ideal Valentine's Day night?" And he thought I meant, "What are you doing tonight?" So he goes, "Oh, to be honest, mate, I'll probably just go home, sit on the couch, watch Liverpool." I said, "Oh, what's your wife doing?" She said, "Oh, she'll probably come and sit next to me, but she'll just go to sleep." I was like, "Okay, well, what about after the game?" "Oh, I'll just go to bed and she'll probably go to the toilet." Okay, mate, best night ever. Best night ever. And then we had a guy email in, and he's like, "Hammer, I need some advice. I've got a tea time. My missus had work, so I had a tea time booked this Friday afternoon with a couple of mates. We're not in a great spot, me and my girlfriend, and she's just actually got work off. What should I do? I think I'm going to still play golf."
Best advice ever.
Some great advice from Hammer's Happy Hour.
Oh, it was fucking funny.
What else you got on YouTube?
Justin DL says, "What's with the giant scarf? Just for latecomers, Hammer? Do you want to?"
What's with the Giant scarf?
Please.
The GWS Giants have finally decided to come to their senses and place Jack Buckley in the leadership group.
So they're finally taking things
They've
seriously.
finally taken things seriously and decided we are no longer an expansion club. We are going to be here to do things properly. Jack Buckley in the leadership group equals GWS Grand Final 2025.
You've said flag.
They're going to win the Grand Final in 2025.
Okay, a couple of predictions from YouTube. Jordan Clark will make All-Australian defender this year.
Like
Book
it.
it.
Easily,
Yeah,
it's
like
a
it.
great
Lock it in.
prediction.
Zach Butters, All-Australian halfback.
What?
Excuse me.
That's a strange one.
Excuse me. No.
No, I'd say no to that unless the selectors take some substances and there's like a million good mids.
I mean, Ken is probably aiming for a lynching. So
Imagine if he starts playing Zach Butter's back pocket.
yeah, put him in the back, put him in the lockdown. Him and the Pelican.
Someone asking that you mentioned that you didn't bring up Florent in the Sydney backline.
Yeah, Ollie Florent, gun, underrated. Does he sing? User, abuser of the ball.
Yep.
He's an abuser. Like him a lot.
Yep, good.
All right,
There we
you
go.
go.
There's a comment for him. Ollie Florent
Abuses the footy. Fuck you, ball.
kicks the shit out of it.
Okay, if you've got an issue with a mate, a neighbour, or one of us, here's your chance to get it off your chest. Head to backchatpodcast.com.au/fines. Brought to you by On One Plumbing and
Yeah.
Electrical,
Yeah,
by
this
the
is
way. They allow us to do fines every week. So head to that website. You can record it, send it in. Jaden, have you got one for us ready?
G'day, legends. And Dan, got a $5 fine here for the entire West Coast community. They want the old song back. Now, I understand our current song isn't great, but the old one isn't any better. I don't see where the delusion lies and why there's such a passion to bring back the worst song in AFL history. I don't think people understand the trauma myself and many other people had growing up in the 90s and 2000s, being bullied for how bad our song is. The only positive this song has ever had in my life is the fact that I feel confident to do anything, because as a cheer squad member, I had to sing this piece of shit every fucking game. Do you know how embarrassing that was? And now, because the West Coast community are like, oh, let's get up, let's bring the old song back, it's going to happen. We're going to be stuck with it for the next 5-10 years. I'm going to have to live through that embarrassment again. All right, fine for anyone who thinks the old song should come back, and I'm so frustrated, guys. So shit.
I can hear it.
Anyway, have a good day.
I can hear it in
That's
his
a
voice.
brilliant fine.
That's a fucking
Yeah.
good fine. That being said, the old song is better than the new one.
No, but I agree.
I agree
What
with
was
that.
I can't remember what his name was, Jaden. But mate, that's spot on.
a great
the
fine.
first song was shit in the first place. That's why they tried to change it. But
Yeah,
they didn't
they
change it. They just got someone.
Birds of Tokyo to come in.
They got someone singing the bloody song and pressing the fucking button.
Let's try and get the next fine ready.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Give me a listen to a flying high. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's just the same song, except some blokes sing it a cappella. This isn't better.
Is the cheer squad singing the Born is Pride bit? Are they out the front singing Born is
It's-
Pride?
That was a little detail of that fine that we probably skipped over a bit. Part of the cheer squad.
Part of
So he
the
knows
cheer
what he's
squad.
talking about.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about. He would have definitely voted to keep the new one. I'll tell you what I think they should do. They should have had a third option on there. Let's just mix it up. Let's go completely.
We'll take entries.
We'll take entries. I'll tell you what it should just be. It should just be fucking Eagle Rock. Never tear us apart. Imagine if every West Coast Eagles male supporter at Optus stood up and took their pants off and like clapped the Eagles out. It'd be unbelievable.
Yes.
Never tear us apart. He's fucking cool because they all have their scarves off. Imagine 50,000 supporters pants off.
If you're wondering what to clip for this week's episode, Jaden,
There you
there
go.
it is, and we're going to get a groundswell of support.
Eagle
and we're gonna
Rock
be
as the
doing
new theme song.
Pantsless Eagle Rock before
and
after
after games.
Imagine
Yep.
walking off as an opposition team, losing to West Coast, and the entire crowd is pants off.
man.
You know, here to stay. I know crazy about the way we move. Do it.
Eagle. You'd have to, obviously, because as any male out there knows, when that song comes on at anywhere, a wedding, a party,
Yeah.
or whatever, your pants off.
You can have jocks on.
You can't. Yeah, sometimes gets carried away. Don't get carried away at the footy because there's kids there.
So there's a blanket rule.
Blanket rule.
No
not,
get carrying away.
Blankets off. Blanket rule. Jocks on.
Blankets on.
Blanket rule is jocks on.
Right.
But other than that, I think that's fucking awesome.
That is actually a really good idea.
Yep.
Have you been thinking about that, or did
Nope,
it come to your mind?
just then.
That's great.
Can I just throw in another good idea? We just ditch the team songs altogether because
Geez, you hate a sing along.
yeah.
Right?
Do you really?
He hates
Oh,
mate.
just
What's
like
the other
the
song?
song.
What's the best song you've got a problem with?
Oh fucking! What's that one that people sing at weddings?
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. Get rid of it.
Jeez, you're
All right, give
miserable.
us another fine.
Morning, boys. It's Ryan here. Got a bit of a fine to issue to D. Const for calling me out on last week's potty
Nice.
for not inviting you down to the Elford to use the $250 voucher that I won in the tipping competition last year.
him out.
Knowing full well that I invited you guys last month and too busy to come have a beer with your mate Ryan. Literally bled the black and gold with you, Dan, and the green and gold, mind you. We went to New Zealand together, played
Also
international fistball, and this is how you do me. You do me like that on live podcast.
Okay.
Can't believe it.
That's shit, Dan.
$2 for you. $2 for Scully as well. For following him out on it and getting in on it because you didn't come either, Scully.
I didn't get invited.
Upsetting. And while I'm at it, $2 for Hammer as well.
Drive by.
Pretty sure he won. He got biggest fist at the 2023 trials, and we still haven't seen him down at training.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Got the biggest fist in the West, and haven't even used them. Literally got bricks at the ends of his hand, at the end of his arm, and doesn't even want to use them properly. So, that's me. $2 for all of you. Cheers.
Yeah, that's fair.
Great fine.
Great fine.
I'll take mine on board, but I would like to argue, never got invited.
Yep.
You should take yours.
I'll take mine on board. It's difficult for me to play another sport while I'm still, playing waffle. So that's what. As soon as I'm finished my football commitments, fist.
So let's put it on to Dan because Dan, I feel like you've been invited.
No, we're in a group. We're in a group.
He texted you, didn't he?
No, I think it was like a WhatsApp.
Did he text you?
If I search my phone and I see Elford.
Type Elford into your
Type
text.
Elford in yours
I
as well, Dan.
guarantee.
Into text.
Okay,
I'm going to type Elford into mine, and I don't think.
I don't think he invited me. I don't think he did.
I don't think anyone cares enough to be like listening along. Who's listening and watching this? I have nothing from the Elford in my text.
Nothing from the Elford.
Okay, yeah. So I got a text on the 20th of the 4th, 2024. Got this voucher for the Elford still burning in my pocket, by the way. Should tee up a few beers there in the next week or two if you and the boys are keen.
To who?
April last year.
That was to me. But
so to you. That's what I'm saying. You got invited. Oh, that's good. Like I said,
yes, but then he didn't go, all right, I'll see you Wednesday at 3 o'clock. What do you want me to just rock up the Elford every day and hope that he's there?
Yeah, that would have been good.
What was I supposed to do, Ryan? Like, you can't just that's a year ago.
Imagine Dan just rocking up every day.
Yeah,
We're waiting for
excuse
you.
me, is Ryan here? No, I don't know who you are. Stop coming
damn
in.
it again. Anyway, that's a good fine.
So, well, okay, Ryan, look, I don't know if you
Dan
still
always
got
gets
it.
so butthurt about getting fined. Mate, that's a spot on fine. You've been invited, you haven't
didn't go,
organised
yeah.
it, and you've done nothing about it.
Yep.
$5 fine.
All right. Okay. The next thing we were going to talk about was the West Coast song, but look, I think we've covered that. I don't really need to talk about it again. We do have
Eagle Rock.
We do have the topic here, SSP extension, and I don't even have it in my list. So we should talk about it anyway because Jagger Smith has done his ACL, out for the season, the third pick in the draft for Carlton. But the AFL has decided to extend the SSP period so that they can top up their players because of him being out for the year.
So they've extended it.
I'm pretty sure that's
and
official, right?
So yeah, Carlton, they extended it because Carlton needed to sign someone, and Melbourne swooped in straight away and just signed Jai Cully.
That's right. Happy birthday, Jai Cully, for today.
Jai
He's signed as an SSP.
I don't think, as of this moment, that it's been extended. All of the tweets I'm reading, like we're talking from the big dogs, talking Jay Clark, Ralphie, Tom Morris. They're all saying it should and probably will be, but it hasn't been just yet.
Well, Jai Cully's just been signed today.
Yeah, Melbourne has completed the paperwork for Jai Cully to be added to
As
the
a
rookie list after SSP extension. More on AFL website.
Sounds like it's happened.
You should tweet it.
Sounds like it happened.
You should tweet
Hey
it.
guys, breaking news.
Breaking news.
What I said on the Shuttle Footycast this morning, Hammer.
Yep.
Why do we
Mondays
have
and
this?
Thursdays, by the way.
Yeah, why do we have this period?
I think it's a stupid period. It should just be
why
all the time.
Thank you.
Should be all the time.
So,
If you lose a player at any point throughout the season, you should just be able to say, well, I'm going to sign this guy.
great. It's the secondary competition, the waffle, the VFL, the
That's what it's there
SAMFL. That's literally what you're there for. And the clubs, which you're a part of, and there's other clubs will say, well, a ruckman or a fullback, what happens if that happens? Well, to be honest, like these players, if they want that opportunity, that's what they're trying to do. So you're just stopping an opportunity of your own player. I just don't see the argument. We're not going to see 50 of these a year.
No, you might see 2 or 3.
Correct.
And like, it's to be honest, you go to, if you look at it from a state league point of view, guys like if a West Coast midfielder or a Fremantle midfielder went down now and they rang me and said, oh, Would you like to be on a list? I'd say no, thanks.
Correct. And that's fine.
And that's
Conversation
fine.
over.
I don't really want to be a rookie.
Conversation over.
Conversation over. Scott Jones, our ruckman. If West Coast ruck went down and they said, Jonesy, what do you think about uprooting your life and being a rookie again for a year?
No,
He'd probably say, I'm all right.
Yeah, and then they pick the phone up to Scully and go, mate, we've spoken to everyone. Do you want to play?
But like that's where it's at. And I think you're going to get the case where, Jai Cully gets a go, who's a 21-year-old who's still desperately trying to get back onto a list. Whereas, and then you might get the odd occasion where it's your Sean Manners who haven't given up at 26 and he gets a go and now, a star. But for the most part, it's going to be young guys who are still aspiring to play AFL.
That just take it off. We've got the mid-season. There's only about 15 weeks in the season you can't acquire. So they may just scrap it and just go.
Scrap it. I agree.
Go
I
for it.
assume
Let
you
it
have to
go.
put some sort of limit to where, they can't join round 24 or something. Or could you just bring someone in for the, or if you're in the
mate,
finals?
they're not getting Marcus Bontempelli from the VFL.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the players they're getting aren't at AFL quality. They're trying to be,
They're
but they're not.
top-up
So
players.
no, you don't need a limit because they can.
So grand final day, you just go.
Yeah, but the grand
we'll
final,
go-
They're not going to.
they're not gonna, that guy's not going to play.
They could.
Give
That's
me
what
an
I'm
example.
saying.
Give me an
So
example though. Who are they going to get?
The best player in the SANFL or whatever.
Sure, they won't get a game in the AFL team. That's why they're in the SANFL.
Yeah, correct.
That's why they play in the SANFL. Like, these guys are coming in as depth players. They're not coming in to start in the middle on grand final day.
The only way that could work is in a situation whereby a gun who's played 200 games of AFL has dropped and just said, bugger it, I'm going to go play one more year at VFL.
Alex Rance.
Alex Rance has said, I'm going to play VFL, and then it's, oh, shit, mate, it's finals. Can you play? Maybe. But fuck, that's never going to happen. So, I agree. I think it's the stupidest thing to have like a blanket for this. It should be any time of the year.
Oh, let's go to the next one. I've
right.
been waiting for this the
Here
whole
we
show.
go. Captains from around the AFL have gathered in Melbourne for their
You see
yearly
this?
photo
This
op.
is
But
fucked.
please, can someone tell us what is going on in these photos? Jaden, please bring it up. And if you're only listening to this, please head to YouTube, youtube.com/backchat, and you'll be able to see what we're talking about here. Some photos of Captain's
I haven't
Day
seen this.
in Melbourne. Hammer, be prepared for I don't know what. So let's go up to the top, Jaden. We got players here posing with the cup there. Oh,
Mate,
gosh.
it is absolutely cooked beyond belief. We've got the profile pics, which I'm okay with.
I don't mind the profile
Lockie,
pics.
give us a look at the tat.
Yep.
Do the look away, no worries. Jackie Steele. Millsy, just a little bit more of a smile,
Yep.
please. Like, he's got the bird's nest going with his hair. Jai Simpkin, I think he's a good operator.
Yep.
Just need to show a bit more of the arm tat there. Toby Green, bit awkward. Zach Merritt with the elbow lead.
That's weird.
Yeah. And then we start getting two captains. Like, why is Callum Mills and James Sicily together?
So
Like,
we do this in
what-
Waffle.
Is there a rivalry?
At Waffle Captains games, Waffle Captains
East
Day,
Perth, West Perth.
Yeah, we do East Perth, West Perth, East Perth, West Perth. We do East Perth, West Perth game. We do that. We do a couple of other ones with like your own captain or whatever. But it's rivalry games. Is Hawthorn Sydney a rivalry that I should know about?
I don't know. Toby Dankervis is not happy about it. Cripper's not happy about it at all. Keep going. Can we get some bigger pictures of some of these ones? So you get the stock standard. Actually, can you give the stock standard one? Get out of that one, sorry. But the one down the bottom, I think, is like
Yeah, that's us.
Right.
That one right there is that's
so
it.
yeah, this is the normal one.
Yep.
Looking good. All 18 teams there. They've got perfect cylindrical height
Yep.
at the back. Like, it looks amazing.
It does. It's
And
very
I'll be happy
coordinated.
with
That's
that.
it. I'm happy with that.
So
too.
I think at that point in time, they need to go, right, photo shoot done, guys.
Yep.
It is all over. But
Dangerfield's still the captain.
instead,
Fuck, there you go.
they have gone, guys, time to...
Boys, let's do a silly one. Let's do a silly one.
Let's spice it up a bit. Let's break down this photo, Hammer. You haven't
Let's
seen this.
do a silly one.
So, Connor Rosé down here is talking to no. He's just looking into the
Looking at
distance.
no one,
Toby
yep.
doesn't want to talk to Connor.
Yep.
Patrick Dangerfield. Look at Patrick Dangerfield. He
Get
is
me out of here.
completely looking off into
Yeah.
the distance. No idea what he's doing.
Nank's just farted and he's laughing at himself.
Correct. Nate is the star of the show here.
Yep.
Real awkward foursome down the bottom right. Sicily, Merritt.
Yeah,
Green. Like, they're going, look, boys.
Oh, what the fuck? is
They've
happening
completely
here?
clipped Rosie. Callum Mills, I don't know he knows who he's talking to.
No.
Can you give me the other funny one where they've gone, hey, boys, really spice it up? It is not that one,
Go
not that
on.
one. Bottom, middle tier.
Yeah.
No. Middle left. Yeah, I think this is the one. No, that's not the one.
Jai Simpkin looks like he's hugging Duggo.
So Lockie Neal's hugging Jack Steele. Lockie Neal is giving him a hug. Jai Simpkin is hugging Duggo. Patrick Cripps looks like he's in a family portrait
Yep.
with two hands
Step
on
brothers.
Jack Steele. James Sicily's taking the absolute piss. He's got a hand on either Toby
Yeah,
Green
my
and
sons.
Anderson.
Listen here, boys.
Why is
Nank leaning over.
Nank interviewing the Premiership Cup? What's he doing? Why is he down there? What's he doing?
Gorney sort of awkwardly half leaning on Lockie as well.
Duggo's like an absolute stool here, mate. He's got six blokes
this
on
is
him.
dumb. This is so silly. This is like, this is stupid. What on earth is the point of that?
Anyway, I just saw we break that
Can
down.
we go down a little bit further, Jaden, to two teams holding the cup? Look at this.
Go up.
We got Liam Duggan
Go up.
and
Go
Alex
down, go
Pearce
down.
holding the Premiership
Look
Cup.
at that one there. So Liam Duggan and Alex Pearce shot
Look
Pearce
at
has
each
got
other.
his arm on his shoulder. It's like these
little
two guys
brother.
are meant to fucking hate each other. This is the genuine rivalry. Like that's
I mean,
it's-
both two great
he
blokes.
looks huge. Two excellent men, but like in what world is that going to
You
happen?
can't put that up for the Derby preview.
Oh, fuck yeah, guys. We just love each other. What? I'm going to go out and try and kick the shit out
Do
of
the
you.
one where they're holding facing each other with the Premiership Cup.
That one in the middle where they've,
Well,
where they've
in the middle.
announcing
middle.
announcing their,
Yeah.
that one there. It's like they're just both holding up their little fucking thing saying, well, we're 12 weeks pregnant. Congrats, guys.
We're holding like a cushion.
Yeah.
This is the Premiership Cup. What do you... It's not these two fault either. Someone's
no,
zipping,
no,
someone's
it's a
going,
tractor.
oh, smile. Oh, just act as if you like each other. They hate each other.
Because I reckon that would have been debated. I would have said, I'm not doing this.
Get out of this. There's one where they look like they hate each other. Yeah, one where Duggo's not smiling.
That one.
Middle
on the
right. Yeah.
It's just stupid.
This is better. Duggo's smirking a bit. Duggo's got a little smirk. But this is better.
What are your thoughts on...
This is what I want to see.
What are your thoughts on...
Keep going down. Oh, Duggo's...
What are your thoughts on the
baby.
captains? What are your thoughts on the captains holding the cup?
Oh, don't touch it.
I mean,
Yeah,
why
don't
is-
touch it.
why
Don't
is
touch it at all.
Duggo's looking at going, why am I holding this?
Lockie Neal should be the only one
We're
allowed to touch
nowhere
it.
near this.
I agree.
Lockie Neal should be the only one allowed to touch that.
That should have been raised a long time
It certainly
ago.
should have been raised long. He's
Like-
not allowed to touch it.
Why are the boners got it?
Yeah, you're not allowed to touch the cup.
What's
Why is
Darcy Moore hugging it like that
Sis
for?
is hugging it too.
Betty Cripps is fucking the cup. Cripps is fucking the cup. What?
Why is he doing
Cripper
that?
Cripper is making love to the cup. No, Pat.
No, Pat, no!
Pat is fucking the cup. Look, and he's that one there. It's just,
That's a look in the mirror.
yeah. Oh, you're at a party and someone's opened the door.
what it looks
Okay, mate.
This is awesome.
Yeah. See you later. Okay. What?
Go out of it. Oh. Keep going. Is there any other stupid ones? I mean, Battle of the Bridge.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
see, these blokes hate each other too.
Yeah, genuinely hate each other.
Go, Toby and Callum Mills. They're so
Right,
happy
kiss.
next to each other. Yeah, that one. But the other one where they're looking at each other, not that one.
That's so.
The one in the middle.
Yeah, that one's
Yes.
dumb.
No, yeah.
Keep going down. Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
Keep going down. So Cripper's fucking the cup. That's the stupidest.
Toby's having a go.
Yeah, Toby's just cuddling it. Keep going
So
down.
there's no smiling here.
No
Good.
smile.
Port
there.
Adelaide.
Yeah,
The Q Clash.
Gone.
Gorn's just pointing at
Go to the point. Go to the point. Yeah,
Gorney-
see, Lockie Neal gets it. This is mine.
Gorney's pointing at the cup.
Go to the Gordon pointing.
Yeah, that one.
It's like he's holding a bottle of wine.
He doesn't look happy to be there. Next, keep going down.
Far out, man.
Oh,
Look at Danger. Danger's holding it like a football.
Oh, that is just so silly.
Anyway, that came across the desk, Hammer.
Cripper.
Captain's Day.
Cripper's my favourite.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
Cripper's one's
If you
my
didn't get to
favourite.
watch that and you just listen to us carry on like
Go
pork
and
chops,
watch it.
have a look at them. Just go to YouTube. and
That
have a
is,
look.
yeah, Cripper's one's my favourite.
Hammer's going to do a green screen on that today, actually, and it's going to be very good.
Okay, I'll do it.
And the last one's going to be Cripper fucking the cup.
All right, we have the AFL tipping for 2025. Basically, it's locked in. Last week we talked about it. We didn't really have a prize totally there. It is there. Can I tell you what you can win this week, Hammer and Will?
Tell us, Dan.
Okay, each round, thanks to Shelter Brewing, you can win a case of beer. How bloody good is that? So if you get the most tips for the week, including the, the margin, you will be up for a case of beer sent out by Shelter Brewing Co.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
So you don't have to get the margin. The margin's just there for any ties that are there, and you need to be
That's
closest
correct.
to.
Yeah,
so
closest to the pin
cut a
wins,
bit. I am very open, and I know Hamish is as well.
Yep.
To that increasing. If someone wants to add some little
Yeah.
weekly prizes to the pool,
If someone wants to throw something our way, and we'll obviously split it and then give half to whoever wins the tipping. I'm open to that. Absolutely open to it.
so weekly prizes available. Yes.
Weekly prize, check. So that's
Tick.
locked in.
That's
right?
already locked in. Yes.
Here we go. Here's the big mega prize for the winner of the entire league.
And we promised that it would be better than last year, which was $2,001.
Okay, so let's start it off with this. $1,000 of cash.
Okay,
and
well,
you think...
Hang on a
on.
minute, Dan. That's less than 2001.
That's right.
$1,000 is still $1,000
$1,000
cash.
there, $1,000. Yeah, you're not
Cost of living.
Cold
Fuck
and
on
hard
now.
as well.
Cold and hard.
Cold hard cash. There we go. Isn't that a saying?
cold and hard the cup.
Thanks to Paddy Cripps.
Cribber's butt.
Yeah.
Okay, on top of the $1,000, you get here we go, the best of Bustleton experience for the winner. That includes 2 nights at the brand new Hilton Hotel in Bustleton.
Stayed
right
there. It's
you
amazing.
stayed there, right?
It's amazing.
You stayed there? Yeah, nice.
Okay, you get lunch, dinner, and coffee
And breakfast.
covered at shelter with a $500 venue voucher for your stay while you are there in
that
Bustleton.
is pints.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pints.
Yeah.
You can
You
use
having
it for
pints in the
$500 coffee or pints.
So
All
much
right.
coffee. 100 coffees.
100 flat whites. Okay, on top of that, you think, oh, well, that's great, thanks for the prize. No, there's more. You also get a brewery tour, which we've done, and it's actually
It's
pretty
awesome.
bloody
It's actually
awesome.
good. It's
We went
fucking
around,
cool.
we looked at the tanks.
Yeah.
I think we even put a bit of barley or I don't know what it is. Put the stuff
Yeast.
into things in the things, and you make some beer. I don't know if you get to do that, but you get to do the tour. On top of that, you
There's
get
more.
a round of golf or mini golf plus lunch and beers at Par 3 Bustleton.
That's elite too.
That's really
bloody
good.
good.
It
Is that
sounds like they're just getting fucking pissed at Bustleton.
Mate, best of Bustleton experience.
Best of Bustleton,
playing
yeah,
golf.
getting
So
blind.
is Par 3 Bustleton just Par 3s?
Yep.
Yeah, mate, that's what it's, yep,
That's where it's at. Okay.
There's
Plus,
a couple of par 5s in there.
plus a jetty train and underwater observatory.
I have not done
experience
that, but that
on
looks
the Bustleton
fucking
jetty.
cool
I've
as heck.
tried to do it, but it's been booked every
Booked every
time.
time.
Longest
Yeah.
jetty in the world, or at least the Southern Hemisphere, or at least
Nah,
Bustleton.
go on in the world.
No, it's massive. No, it's Southern Hemisphere's longest jetty.
You
Biggest
catch the
jetty,
train all
biggest
the way
jetty
there.
ever.
Turn the aircon on.
There we go. So $1,000 cash plus all of that for the major winner of
That
the
would be valued more
AFL.
than-
Valued at $3,000, Hammer.
Wow.
Like we said, more than $2,001.
That's well more than 2001.
So
Huge. Okay, so how do you enter the comp?
That's what
Here
you're
you go.
asking. I'm asking that.
backchatpodcast.com.au. Head there. You can sign up as a patron. When you sign up as a patron, you'll get a special access code to sign up to our official AFL tipping competition. So you've got to be a patron. If you're not a patron and you somehow get a sneaky code from someone who already is, doesn't matter.
we're checking.
We're going to be checking. If you win the competition and you're not a patron, you don't get the prize.
Nothing stopping you from entering, but you're not going to win any prizes.
No
No, you,
prizes.
can't- you don't win the weekly. You don't win the major. You have to be a paid patron member for the entire time of the tipping
So
competition.
this is a
How
cross-shoulder
bloody
footy
good.
cast as well. About 100 entered at the moment. So it's not. There's not going to be 10,000 people in this thing.
Nah,
you could have a 1 in 500 chance of winning $1,000 bucks.
You're gonna
plus
have
all
more.
those-
You're gonna have more than that. I'll tell you what you're gonna realistically have. I reckon you're gonna have a 1 in 150 chance if you're serious.
That's a good point.
Because everyone, you might have 500 people enter. 2 weeks in, everyone drops off a cliff.
Yep.
And then
Including me.
including Scully and me. Then you're going to have, in terms of going for the major prize, it'll pretty quickly narrow down to about 50 people that can actually win it. So you're a 1 in 50 chance there.
Yes.
The weekly prize, I reckon 200 will be actually trying.
But that's why.
That's
you
why
do
it's
it.
good. Yeah, for the weekly.
beers.
Yeah, for the beers, for the laughs.
I will say I'm working on a few different avenues to add something to the weekly price. So give me carton of beer is the minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum carton of shelters. That's it.
All right.
So
There
up
we
to
go.
the tipping comp.
Sign it up. It's going to be good. I'm actually, you and I, well, the three of us have had terrible tipping the last couple of years because we've done dumb things. Can we all commit to actually doing
we'll
it every
commit
week?
to this week.
I am committed.
I'm-
I'm a
yeah.
terrible
Mate,
tipster.
No, but
No,
I'm
you-
committed. But what we did last year,
About 10 rounds in, you're like, oh, I've
no,
done it
what
for
we
5
did,
weeks.
what we did last year is we did all our tips before the season
Well,
started.
you did that.
Yeah, I did not. I did, and it was not very good. But
we
what I-
spoke to the top 3 last year. What were they doing? They were
they
like we
tipping
pretty
just favourites.
Mostly
and then,
favourites.
mostly favourites and maybe one upset a
change
week.
Yeah, I think I was just thinking about it,
a bit
and
boring.
sorry to throw this on Shelter.
but you
If
win.
anyone gets a perfect score and gets the exact margin, 2 cartons.
5.
Sure.
5 cartons.
Yep, done. 5 cartons of beer if you get a perfect score and 0 margin.
Yes.
That's perfect.
Yeah, done.
Wow.
I like it a lot. Yeah, easy.
All
And
right.
Hammer will present them to you.
Yep.
We'll drive them to wherever you
Nude.
are in Australia.
Playing Eagle Rock.
All right, to finish off, because we need to get out of here, Jaden has a hard out at 5:30. It reminded me earlier on, so we need to get this
we got
man
3 minutes. We've
out
got
of the
plenty of time.
studio.
Wrap it up.
Before we completely wrap this up, we have
Slip
to
on
tell
and
you
finish it.
again about
And a special
Mondays.
guest, Patrick Bynes in studio.
Yeah, Paddy
Bit of
Bynes in studio. Round of applause for Paddy Bynes.
Wow.
Brother
One
of
of the
Amanda.
One of the great men to be on a West Coast list to never play a game.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. If we can remember, Patrick Bynes goes down in history as one of the great sprays of all time.
Copping the biggest spray from you in the history of the world for being tired in the middle of
but he
training.
bounced back. He
and
bounced
thinking
back.
it was perfect time to pretend to tie his
He
shoes
took the
up.
lesson on board, unlike other members.
He took
teammates
the lesson
I
on
played
board
with.
and retired.
Shout out, BJ.
Can I just defend him for 1 second?
Yep.
He does have size 17 feet.
Yeah, he's got
and
massive
so
shoes.
sometimes
Massive
those
shoes.
laces
Laces are
come
gonna
untied.
come undone,
He's
yeah.
going to do it.
It's looking $1 million as well.
He is.
Yes,
looking at $1 million
smells
bucks,
good
yeah.
too.
Always.
Next Monday, 12 o'clock Australian Western Standard Time, we have our Monday mega preview of the 2025 AFL season.
Tell your
now,
friends.
if you're listening to the Shelter Footy Cast, that's going to be the episode for that Monday. If you listen to Backchat, that's going to be the episode for that Monday. It's going to be live on
It's
YouTube.
going to be so good.
Plus, it will come out, in the regular platforms on YouTube and Spotify, Apple, all of that. From 12 to 4, we don't really know what's going to go on, but we're going to go
Special
through...
guests.
Yeah, special guests.
Including myself, Hamish Brayshaw, and Mark Reddings.
We'll
will
get
be
some
in town.
journos, some other journos in.
Yeah.
Adam Papalier is probably going to be floating around.
Can I just throw a little thing out before we get to the hard 5:30 out?
Yep.
Adam Papalia's new show, The Footy Interchange,
Yeah.
starts tomorrow.
Wow.
Did you say that already?
No, not yet.
Wow,
Right.
there you go.
You about to say that?
Yeah, that's fine. That's
I was
that,
about to say that.
that starts tomorrow on the Backchat feed. This is basically Adam Papalier going around the country, focusing on all the big footy issues. It's not just Melbourne, not just those people over there.
Yeah.
Just
They
doing
They
the
try to
Melbourne
get you to
thing.
think that.
They try to get you to think that. This is South Australia, Western Australia, Queensland, all the states, New South Wales.
Not
We
Victoria.
don't have anyone from Tassie.
Not yet.
Not yet,
Ben
but we will.
Brown. Ben Brown chasing Ben Brown.
We are chasing Ben Brown hard.
Does he
Text
live
him.
down there now?
No, he still lives in Melbourne,
No.
but that's
Once
fine.
a Tasmanian,
Always a
Yeah,
Tasmanian.
that's
We've
what I
always
say.
said that. Thank you to our
Taswegian.
sponsors and partners. Paywise, powering the podcast for 2025. TABtouch, Shelter Brewing Co., Whippersnapper Whisky, ID Athletic, Mamba Digital, On One Plumbing and Electric, Camera Electronic,
Yeah.
making sure that we're looking good. All of our gear over here.
Or even in Melbourne.
Or if
Or
you're in
Melbourne,
Melbourne, Adam Papalier show tomorrow, the Footy Interchange Wednesday guest episode with Mr. Cricket,
Mike
Hussey.
Hussey.
Mike Hussey, coming out on Wednesday. Friday, Hammers Happy Hour is back with a special guest. We'll have more for you on that very soon.
Could there be anything else happening
We're
on
trying.
these feeds? We're
We're
giving
bloody
you
trying.
content. Tell your friends. It really helps us if you share the love. It helps us.
Certainly
Not
helps
this
us.
subscribe and like all that, but yeah, do that if you want. It doesn't really bother me. Tell your friends about what we're doing here. It's good fun. It's not just a West Coast podcast. In fact, I'll do my best to absolutely sledge the shit out of them for most of the year. So
Joey does hate him.
Go Giants, go Hawthorn, go Freo.
There you go. See you next week.